Hello everyone. In our previous video of IUPAC naming, we have talked about the first two rules of IUPAC, that is selection of longest carbon chain, where we have discussed how to select the longest parent carbon chain. Okay, and rule 2 is about numbering of parent carbon chain. Okay, so these two rules we have already discussed in previous video, that now we can select a parent carbon chain and we can number it. Okay, now the next thing is to write the name of the compound. And for writing the name of compounds, we are generally following this format for the IUPAC naming. Okay, this format is consisting substituents. Okay, substituent means we have talked about substituents. Substituents, what substituents are? That's the groups which cannot written as suffix. They are called prefix. Okay. So these are the substituents. Okay, we will write it first always. Substituents are always written first with their location. What is the meaning of this point? We'll discuss one by one. Only let's just talk about this point first. Substituent, prefix with their location. So for example, if we have this compound, so according to our previous video, we have to follow first and second rule. So let's just select the longest carbon chain. So the straight chain is our parent carbon chain, and let's just number it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 carbon in the chain. Okay. It is a saturated compound, that is alkane. Okay. Now substituent we have to write first. Substituent with its location. So this is the substituent. Which substituent is this? It's alkyl group. Alkyl group, that is alk for number of carbon, that is 1 carbon, that's meth, and suffix is "-il", that will be methyl. So we are writing substituent first with its location. So what is its location? That's 2. So we'll write first its location 2, and the substituent is methyl. Okay, so this is the first point. We have to write first prefix of substituents. Always we start the naming of the compound with the prefix of substituent, and the prefix is written with its location. Okay, so how to write this thing? There are few points. So location is separated by comma. So always while you are writing the location, so you must put a comma between the locations. Okay, and location and alphabets are separated by hyphen. So this is location and these are alphabets. So location and alphabets are separated by hyphen. So this is the first point, the writing of prefix with prefix of substituents with its location. Okay, what is the meaning of this point? If we have two substituent like this, okay, so how to write the compound? There are two groups, so that is 2 positions are there, 2 2. So we'll write 2 2, and this 2 2 are separated by comma. Okay, so locations are separated, locates are separated by comma. Okay, and between locations and word we'll use hyphen. Okay, now these are 2 groups. So for 2 groups, what we are writing? Di. Okay, 2 groups, same groups are there. If 2 same groups are there, we'll write di. So that is dimethyl. Now there is no comma or hyphen between di, tri, iso, neo and the group name. Okay, so these are the points of writing prefix of substituents. We have to separate the locations by comma, and the locations and word are separated by hyphen. Okay, now moving ahead, second point, prefix. P prefix means primary prefix. So P prefix is only for the cyclic compounds. Okay, for example, if we have this compound, okay, this is the compound. So first point is what? We have to write the substituent with its location. So let's just number the cycle. 1 with the substituent, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the substituent is present on carbon 1. So how can we write? It's 1 methyl. Clear? 1 hyphen methyl. Now this is a cyclic compound. So to distinguish between cyclic compound and chain compound, the cyclic compound is added with prefix cyclo. Okay, so we'll write 1 methyl cyclo. How many carbons are there? 5. So that is 1 methyl cyclopent. Okay, now this is second point. It's done. Now third point is word root. Word root, that means number of carbon. Okay, number of carbon, we have this. If we have 1 carbon, we'll use meth, 2 eth, for 3 it's pro, for 4 carbon bute, 5 carbon paint, for 6 carbon hex, for 7 carbon hapt, oct, non, dec, and so on. So here we have how many carbons? 5 carbon. So the word root is paint here and same here, paint. Now after writing word root, we have to move for the primary suffix. Primary suffix is what? That what type of hydrocarbon is this? What type of hydrocarbon means? Is it alkane, alkene, or alkyl? So alk part we have already written as word root. Now just write primary suffix. Primary suffix is n, in, or ine. So check your compound. If there is double bond or triple bond, then we can't use n. Okay. For double bond we'll use in, and for triple bond we'll use ine. So for this compound there is no double bond. It's a simple single bonded compound. That's alkane. So it is pentane. Here it is pentane. Okay. So we have done with this 4 box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeating again. We have to start the naming of the compound with the substituents. Okay. Substituents means side chain or the group which is not a part of parent carbon chain. The substituent we will start, and first we write its position. If more than 1 groups are there, then the positions are separated by comma. Then between position and words we'll use hyphen. Okay. If same groups are there 2 times, so we'll use di. If 3 times, then we'll use tri. 4 times tetra. Simple. Okay. So here we have 2 methyl groups. That's why we wrote 2,2-dimethyl. Okay. 2,2-dimethyl pentane. That means in our compound we started with substituents. We have done. Okay. Then we have checked the word root. How many carbons? It's 5. That's paint. And the primary suffix is n. Okay. Now for this compound, obviously we'll start the name of the compound with the substituent. Then because it is a cyclic compound, so we'll again use another prefix, that's cyclo. Then word root, that's alkane. So it is pentane. So this is done. The general formula. Here this point is not yet discussed. This point is secondary suffix. Secondary suffix is for the functional group. Okay. For the functional group, I have given the functional group table in your notes. So where we have mentioned the suffix of functional group. So for different functional group, we'll use its suffix. Okay. So functional group is always given our first priority. So the main functional group is added here at the end of the hydrocarbons by the removal of this E. We'll remove this E and we add the suffix of functional group. Okay. So let's just practice few example for IUPAC naming. Okay. See, I have written few example here, and I use bond line structure formula. Those who are not aware about this structure, go through my video. Then I have make the video about the bond line structure formulas also. So look at this. So for this compound, we have to find the longest carbon chain. Okay. So for your convenience, I am just opening this structure one time. Okay. So from here, it is generally named. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it's 5 carbon. Okay. Now first carbon is not having anything, that is CH3. Second carbon there is CH3, so it is CH here. Third carbon we have CH2, CH3, that is C2H5. And fourth carbon is CH2 and last is CH3. Okay, this is the compound. Now choose your longest carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both sides we are getting the 5 carbon chain. Now the question is, from where we have to number this chain? From left hand side or from right hand side? So from left hand side we observe that the substituent is coming on third place, while from right hand side the substituent is coming on second place. So we'll number the chain from right hand side. Okay, that's done. Rule 1 and rule 2 is done. Now writing of name of the compound, that is our priority. Okay, so first box we have to write the substituent first. Okay, so we have substituent on first, second position and third position. On second position we have methyl group, and on second position we have ethyl group. Okay, so alphabetically we'll give the priority. So E will come first, so we'll write 3. There is only one group, so we'll use hyphen. 3 ethyl. Okay, 3 ethyl. Now it's 2 methyl. 3 ethyl, 2 methyl, 2 substituents are there. Then what is your word root for 5 carbon? It's paint, and it is an example of alkane, that is pentane. Clear? 3 ethyl, 2 methyl, pentane. Okay? Now for this compound, let's just write the name of the compound. Okay? Without opening it, let's just do it. How many carbons we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons we have, and there is no question for the numbering of chain because there is double bond on first position. So between substituents and multiple bonds we give priority to multiple bonds. So from here we'll number the chain. Okay. Now the substituent is on which carbon? 4th carbon. So we'll write position 4. There's only one carbon. 4 methyl, and how many carbons are in parent chain? 6. That is hex. Okay, hex. And there is double bond on carbon 1. So it is hex ene. 4-methyl hexene. Okay. You also write the name of compound is 4-methyl hex 1-ene. Because first position is understood, that's why we can exclude the first position. But other than first position, we have to mention it. Okay. It's clear? Now third compound. Okay. So see the third compound. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carbon. That is oct. Okay. Oct is this. Now question is, from where we have to number it. From here it is 1, 2, 3. Third position is having a methyl group. 1, 2, 3. Third position is having chlorine. Now, fourth position is having bromo group, while fourth position is from this side, it is free. So, according to lowest number rule, we'll number the chain from here. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because here we get the substituents on third, fourth, sixth, and from there we get third, okay, 5, 6. So lowest number rule will choose this chain. Okay, let's just name the compound. On third position there is methyl group, starts with M. This is bromine group, starts with B. And sixth position have chlorine, starts with C. Alphabetically you have to decide the priority. So B will come first. So we name the compound is 4-bromo. Then again we have to write the position. So between position and words we always use hyphen. 4-bromo, then C, 6-chloro, then 3-methyl. Word root is what? For 8 carbon, oct, and it is simple alkane. Okay. So bromine, chlorine and methyl. These three groups are present at substituents. Okay. So you can see the halo. For halogens we are using its prefix is halo. So for bromine it is bromo, chlorine it is bro. So this is the name of the compound. Okay, now moving ahead, next. Okay, see the smallest one. It's 1, 2, 3. Do not assume that presence of carbon here. There is no carbon. Okay, this compound is CH3, CH2, C double bond OH. So which functional group is this? In functional group table, check it. It's a aldehyde. And for aldehyde, what is the suffix given? Because it is a functional group. The suffix is given is al. Okay. So let's just name the compound. 1, 2, 3. There is no doubt for the numbering of chain because this is a functional group itself is having carbon. So from here only we number the chain. So it's a 3 carbon chain without any substituent. So there is no prefix. We'll start with word root. So word root is prop. Okay. What is primary suffix? In parent chain there is no double bond. It is alkane. Propane. When you are writing the secondary suffix that is for functional group. So for the addition of secondary suffix, we have to remove this E from alkane, alkene or alkyne. So we remove this E and write the suffix, secondary suffix is al. The name of the compound is propanol. Or you can also write propane 1-al with its position. But first position is not compulsory to write. Now the last compound you can see here. The double bond here. So we'll name the number the chain from there only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbon chain is this. Okay, we have 3 substituents on position 4, 5 and 6 and all are methyl group. So let's just name the compound. 4, 5, 6. This how many times? 3 times. So it is tri. 4, 5, 6 tri. Which group? Methyl. Trimethyl. How many carbons in parent chain? 7. 7, that is hept. bond. So it is heptene. Okay. 4,5,6 trimethyl heptane. So this is the format of IUPAC naming of the compound. Okay. With few examples. In next video we'll do more examples. Thank you.